whatever they have done, they feel that they are a man. And my brothers and my sisters, our goal today is to challenge each of us, particularly the fathers, that there must be a fresh impartation of a definition of manhood. Here in our passage, we discover Samuel, the last judge of Israel. He has now has grown old. He has judged Israel now for a long time. If you will recall, Israel was ruled by many judges. They had no king because Israel believed in a theocracy. That is, a government ruled by God. And so there was a period where the judges ruled and where they had the preeminence. And so here we find Samuel, a righteous judge, a righteous man, one who had judged Israel for a good particular time. Now he is approaching retirement. And as many fathers do, he began to put his sons in position. Now, in the context, there is a sad commentary. Joel and Abiah, the sons of Samuel, were wicked. They did not follow in the pathways of their father. Although their father was a good man, a righteous judge, they said, we're going to do our own thing. It's my thing, and I can do what I want to do. And so, as I looked at the passage in the incoming week, in the last week, and I began to ask the question, why was Samuel a righteous judge and his sons unrighteous? Many scholars, many critical scholars have suggested that because of Samuel's schedule, because of his occupation as being the judge of Israel, that he was not really able to take the full responsibility of training and nurturing his children. For that reason, his children did not fall or did not follow his footsteps. And my brothers and my sisters, as we look in today's society, we can see that there is the same concept. There are many sons who, although their fathers were great men, and some of them probably were not great men, we see that there's a negative pathway that our children are going down. This whole conception and this whole idea of manhood, men, young boys are going to prison now more than ever. And there's a problem within the family. And I would like to suggest to you, my brothers and my sisters, that there's also a problem within our fathers, because in many family situations, the father is leading a bad example. Either the father is strung out on crack and he's leaving a bad example for the children. And for that reason, the children are forced or will follow in that pathway. I was talking a while back with one of the representatives for Amachi. And she explained to me a case where she went into the prison system. And sometimes you would find 2 to 3 generations of young men in prison. There is a problem. And the problem is that there must be a nurturing father in the house. There must be someone that can provide leadership and to tell the child, you can go a different way. That although society may put status quo on you, I'm here to set the example. I'm here to let you know that you can be anything if you just put your mind to it. The reason why we need fathers in the home, proper nurturing fathers, because they provide the example or the standard of ethical living. Let me make this plain. It's no more, this statement is way played out. Do as I say and not as I do. That has been played out since the 60s. Children look and they look at a model, and when they look at an individual, they conform their behaviors to that particular behavior. So, my brothers and my sisters, we have got to leave a positive example in the house. If the father is smoking and they're doing it around the children, what the bad habits that the father is doing is going to pick up on the children. If the father is cussing, then the children are going to cuss. But that's why we've got to leave a proper example of ethical living. We got to let the children know that we serve of God. And that as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And if you want to serve another God, then you got to go find your other roof, your own roof. But as for me and this house, I wish I was in the right church here. Then know that when you have you set a standard, then the Bible says to train up a child in the way they should go, and when they get old, they will not depart from it. There must be a proper ethical example. The father also must teach the young men how to really be men. To provide direction. I believe that many of our young men who are where they are today would not be in their negative circumstances had they had a father. I'm going to share with you something rather personal. And I believe it has very profound implications for this point that I just made. About a week or a month or 2 ago, I was preparing a sermon for the next Sunday morning to preach. And while preparing, I became overwhelmed, disturbed. Questions had begun to rise in my mind. And the question that arose, why did I not have the opportunity to really develop a relationship with my biological father? And it hurt me sore. I began to cry because I felt as if it was my fault.